episode 31, and then he come out all these years later and say he ain't get no bread from doing the song. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm an entrepreneur, a mom of an almost 5-year-old, and today is Call Him Out, episode 31, and this one is about Danny Boy. Now, to jump right into this video, we will be speaking on Danny Boy. I will let y'all know exactly who he is if y'all don't know, and what he said, why he needs to be called out, and things like that. Danny Boy is an R&B singer from back in the day. His prime was in the early 90s, along with Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and people like that. He was signed to Death Row and did songs with many hip-hop and R&B stars, including the song I Ain't Mad At You. That's Tupac's song, and he was featuring in it. And then he come out all these years later and say he ain't get no bread from doing the song. But I digress on that. He's done a few albums in his singing career, but as of lately, he has done more interviews speaking on other people. And I say, if you are doing more interviews than you dropping albums, then you talking too much. On this episode of Call Him Out, I'm going to lay out for you guys why I'm calling out Danny Boy, and why, as a future interviewer, or if that's what you do solely, like on YouTube, you shouldn't necessarily bring up the dead all the time. And lastly, just some overall pet peeves about the whole situation and about the person that I'm talking about. Now, I gotta call Danny Boy out because he's been talking about quite a few people, and I'ma drop the names, but he specifically said some things about Faith Evans, and I'm really not here for it, okay? Now, Faith Evans isn't the only woman that he came out and said things on that was unnecessary to say, and I will talk about that as well. He's done a lot of interviews about Suge Knight, which he ain't dead, you know what I'm saying, but it's another man. He's done interviews about Tupac, deceased. He's done interviews about Biggie, who he wasn't close with, you know what I'm saying. But like I told y'all, he talked about Faith Evans, but he also talked about a woman by the name of Jewel. Now, Jewel, and I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I don't think I am, so I'm very confident in this moment. Jewel is a singer that was signed to Death Row Records, and she was signed to them during 1992 to 1996. So it wasn't a very long run, but Death Row as a whole wasn't a very long run, okay? For several different reasons, and if y'all want me to make a video about Suge Knight, how I feel about him, and the whole Death Row Records as a whole, I can, you know what I'm saying? But only if that's requested by y'all. So Danny Boy told an interviewer that Jewel had sexual relations with him when he was underage. Okay? That's what he done told the interviewer. And Jewel, Miss Jewel, she put him in his place, and rightfully so, because you shouldn't be talking about nothing like that from the past. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't bring up a woman's name, period. You know what I'm saying? And talk about what y'all had and things like that. Look, if it wasn't no relationship, it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that the masculine part of him, it makes him want to like showboat and say his little excursions from back in the past. But we ain't trying to hear that. What we trying to hear about is your transition from heterosexual to homosexual. Can we talk about your personal? And I understand, you know what I'm saying, that's a touchy thing. People don't want to talk about it. But he talked about it maybe once. But if you got more interviews talking about other men and talking about what they did allegedly, you talking too much about that don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You talking about other people's personal lives, what they did or might not have did, you know. All of this is alleged, and we supposed to take that from you. We supposed to take that Faith Evans then had sexual relations with Tupac, and we supposed to believe it because it came from you and because you was signed to Death Row Records, but you wasn't really like they ain't fuck with you like that because you saying they ain't pay you. Okay, I see what's going on. Or do I? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing all these interviews because you didn't get paid? Do you still have some pent up feelings about that, and that's why you doing this? I be wondering why people feel so comfortable only speaking about other people's lives. Like, talk about you, talk about your family, talk about your situations, your struggles through life, and not only just your sexuality and what other people done did sexually, allegedly, and what you done did and what a woman did to you. But why you try to come out and say that about Miss Jewel like she a R. Kelly or something? She came out and said, I didn't know you was underage. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. You putting me in some shit that could be a case. You gotta chill out, you know? And to talk about what Faith Evans done did, and she got this abusive going on with Stevie J, you know? To talk about that right now and say that she gotta tell the truth right now? Are you kidding me? She ain't gotta do a mother... Listen, she ain't gotta do nothing. She's a grown woman. She ain't gotta talk about her sexual excursions because you said so. Who are you? You didn't even get paid. For real, for real? No. She is not supposed to come out and talk about a time where she was married to her deceased husband. You know what I'm saying? Or ex-husband. I don't know if they got divorced shortly before or whatever. But still, you know what I'm saying? She ain't supposed to come out and talk about a time with her deceased husband and talk about sleeping with a whole nother deceased man. Absolutely not. She needs to come out and tell the truth. You need to relax. That's what I know. That's exactly what I know, and I hate it. You showing femininity in the wrong ways. Maybe show it in your look a little bit more or something. But don't show it in you talking too much and talking disrespectfully on a woman's hot pocket. Don't do that. Talking about he was there. Tell me this and riddle me this. How was you there in the room when Tupac and Faith Evans allegedly got it on and they ain't even pay you for the songs that you did with them? Riddle me that. Something ain't adding up with that. I don't think they was fucking with you like that. It be levels to this shit. Like, it's a difference from like an actual friend and things like that to a person that you share a label with. Y'all not really friends. Y'all probably had to do songs together, and guess what? It was a hit. Maybe you should take time out to figure out how you can get your dividends from that. Take it wherever you need to take it. I heard that somebody purchased Death Row Records. Well, you need to sue them and get your money. That's what I say. If you can't, oh well, but leave the past in the past when it comes to what somebody allegedly did sexually or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And I just be like, who do people think they are to be like, you need to come out and tell the truth? You not her family. You not no close partner of hers. Y'all didn't build no relationship over the years. She don't fuck with you like that. And look at what you do, you know? Look at what you do and why real niggas really don't fuck with you like that. And I'm not saying everybody from Death Row was real, but come on, man. You run your mouth like a girl. And I'm tired of men doing that. Like, if you supposed to be the man, be the man. I can't teach you how to do that. But I know how a man is supposed to handle stuff and how he not. This ain't it. I wish Suge Knight could come out and say, you know, on a little jail interview like Alpo did, he need to be quiet. But he probably get in trouble for that. So I ain't trying to influence him to come out and say nothing. It's cool. You know, this should have died down just like all of the rumors over the years have. But it's unfortunate that it's somebody from Death Row Records trying to stir this shit up like that. Like, it's one thing for Keefe D, which I will be talking about him very soon. I will be talking about Orlando Brown very soon, but it's one thing for Keefe D to be coming out and saying little stuff and having interviews about what he want to talk about, but come on, Danny Boy. Ain't it ironic that your name never changed? Danny Boy. That name fits him still. Because you run your mouth. Don't keep doing that. Do not keep doing that. It's not a good trait. It's very disrespectful. It's very distasteful. And that's exactly why I had to call him out. You know, I feel better after getting this off my chest per usual. You know, episode 31. Thank y'all if y'all made it this far of me talking about Danny Boy. I'm glad I ain't gotta call him Mr. nothing, because I do that out of respect. But damn, like, you really getting on my nerves with this. I done seen interview after interview. Too many. And if it's just exposure that you getting and you not getting paid from this, you need to be getting something other than exposure at this point. Go get your dividends and then come back and tell us that you got your dividends.